Okay, this is a little different One Piece video, and I've been getting copyright strikes. I got two copyright strikes already. Okay, because of the way I've been doing my videos recently. I thought it was fine. I thought I've been showing the least amount of panels. I thought I've been showing as few panels as necessary to avoid copyright strike, but I guess I haven't. So now my One Piece videos and my Boruto videos will look something like this. I'll have stuff going on the screen, behind it, and in front of it the whole time. No more full screen and manga panels, even if I'm only showing the corner of a panel or part of the panel, okay? If I get one more copyright strike, I'm done. So I have a backup channel. I'll tell you all about the backup channel, hopefully before, or hopefully I don't get another strike. But if I do, hopefully you all know about the backup channel before the next strike comes in. But anyway, I'm here to talk about One Piece. I hope my mic isn't too loud. I'm using a bad mic. But let's just go straight into the video, because this is the second time I'm making this video, okay? So we start off with Robin and Sanji. Sanji's freeing Robin from the thorns. Okay, now let's just talk about the thorns for a second. Now, I know this scene alone brought up a lot of questions about like characters like Jinbei. How weak is Jinbei really, right? That's the question that people are having. How stupid are the people of Elbaf, right? The reason they're asking these two questions is because, one, Jinbei says himself that it took flames, like it took extreme heats and extreme temperature to free her from the vines, okay? And people are wondering, well, how come nobody in Elbaf thought of that? They have vines surrounding the kids and people, and they didn't think to burn the vines away? Hey, maybe that's Oda's flaw in this chapter. Maybe he didn't think about that, because it's kind of true. There's fire everywhere, right? If Brook is able to like crawl away while he has vines on him, and the kids are still able to walk while they have vines on them, then what's stopping one of these people from trying to walk near a part of the tree that's burning and on fire and getting the vines put out? I mean, getting the vines like, burnt away, right? But anyway, so we got this going on, and Sanji notices people pulling up in the distance right now. I can only show panels like this from now on because I'm not trying to get copyright. So Sanji noticing that people are pulling up, and we have a situation where we go back to the West Village and everybody's there now, even people who weren't there before. So Loki drops the kids off at the West Village where Dory and Bragi were fighting, because we see Ja Rule over here in the background too, right? So Loki drops these people off and the kids off, and they're wondering, like, Loki, why would you do this? This place is dangerous. He said it's not his problem. The only thing he does to people who climbs on his back is dump them off. He doesn't care, right? He's doing what he has to do, and what he has to do is destroy. That's his job. That's all he cares about. And it's funny, he says that he dumps people off his back once they get on, or that's the only thing he does to people who are on his back, but he lets Luffy stay there, right? Luffy is able to stay on his back. Is it because he let him? Yeah, but why did he let him? Probably because he likes Luffy. He fucks with Luffy. Not Luffy. He fucks with Luffy, right? So he's cool with him being on his back. That's the exception. People that he let stay there, right? And I would like to show you the full panel of this dragon, but like I said, I think I'll get copyright if I do. I don't want to show too many words either, but you can piece it together or read it yourself, because it was a pretty good panel, okay? So the hostages are gone. With Loki dropping the kids off in front of Ja Rule, he's able to tell everybody the hostages are safe, okay? Now, this is like what I was saying before. The story is going steadily in the direction of getting all of these loose ends tied up. So the fire might get put out through the snow, maybe. Maybe Luffy could blow it away. He gets big like a balloon and blows his breath on the trees, and the fires get put out by a great wind, right? Anything can happen now, but either way, they're wrapping up these loose ends. The kids being hostages, the sleep kids, right? Now the last loose end they have to tie up is Dome Reverse. So they're getting rid of the sleep monsters, they got rid of the thorns, they stopped Gunko's arrows. The last threat they have is Emu directly and the people he has flipped and touched with his dark hockey, okay? So That's like the last couple of things they have to do is tie up those loose ends. And we see some panels right here. I like these panels, by the way, with Zoro looking at a giant Luffy from down below, because Luffy's on Loki's back. And you know, Zoro's wondering what took you guys so long. You know, we've been down here fighting this whole time. And he tells Luffy, and I guess he's talking to Luffy, but he's pretty much saying, you guys should go you should go handle the giant sleep tid monsters, because they're going to destroy the village at this rate, right? And while he's telling them that, Summers is here. He's stabbing all the people. He's shooting thorns out of the sky with this new thorn launcher that he made, and he's trying to kill the people that just got set free, because they took his emotions from him, right? They took the feeling. Give me back my feeling is pretty much what he's yelling out. Like, I need my feeling back. They took it away from him. The joy he had in watching people suffer, okay, it's gone. And we see this scene of, you know, him still talking about the plan and how it doesn't matter if you guys stopped it. I'm just going to kill people. Like, he doesn't care anymore. He's just going to kill people regardless. And then these plants right here, I don't want to show the whole picture again, but these plants right here remind me of something off of Mario Kart. This is like a Mario Kart enemy that you would see in like, or even not even Mario Kart, just Mario in general, I guess, right? There's a lot of plant-like enemies. This reminds me of Mario Kart plant enemy, but it's shooting thorns, right? So that's just a little side note. But Summers, obviously, I feel like him not caring about the plan anymore when it wasn't his plan in the first place. Wouldn't Emu try to punish him for disobeying the rules, or disobeying his you know, his objective? Like, the whole goal, he's going against the goal by saying and doing this, right? So I guess it doesn't matter though. So anyway, we have the kids lining up because the kids are trying to be brave now. I guess they're taking after Colin. I don't know. They've been inspired. So now the kids want to sacrifice their lives to protect their parents, okay? And they line up. They're ready to take bullets and needles and arrows to the chest for their parents and the people that tried to protect them just recently, right? Despite anybody telling them not to. So right before the kids get impaled, obviously, we have this amazing small panel. It's a small panel, but it's pretty amazing still, of Zoro running through, knocking all the thorns. We have this panel of Zoro running through, knocking all the thorns off of their trajectory to make them not hit the kids, right? And it's kind of weird that Luffy was praising Zoro so much. Not that he's never praised him before, but I was feeling like, why is he praising him so much in particular now? Like, Summers even wonders, like, who was that? He said, listen, that's Zoro. He's part of my crew. Remember his name, right? And we see a scene of something that we've been thinking that we would see, given the fact that Loki uses lightning. I thought Luffy would grab a lightning bolt out of the sky when fighting Loki, you know, but it will be a lightning bolt that Loki summoned to attack Luffy with or burn Elbaf with, but, you know, Luffy counters it. We're seeing this happen in a teamwork way, right? Since Loki has summoned lightning and ice out of the sky, Luffy, being who he is able to, like, perfectly combine with Loki's power. He's able to just grab the lightning bolts that Loki's naturally generating in the sky and use them as a weapon. And he did something a little different with this one. He didn't throw it, okay? He didn't throw it. He grabbed the lightning bolt and he puts on a little indicator. We get some Nika action, okay, with him making a little scope, like the type of stuff that he does often. He makes a little scope, okay, and he launches the fist at Summers with the lightning still in his hand. He is not throwing it at him. So he calls this the Thor rifle, right? The Thor rifle. Nika, or was it the Dawn? The Dawn Thor rifle, right? So he hits Summers in the face and destroys him in a way. If this was Dragon Ball, we would see a similar scene. But I guess since it's One Piece, the way Summers gets destroyed is a little more goofy. His whole face is exploding and his teeth, everything's flying everywhere. His head is getting split in half entirely. So he looks like he's dead, but given the fact that this is One Piece and Luffy also told him to remember the name, you know, I'm assuming Summers might still be alive after this. Even when he was flying away, he heard the people say Nika. Isn't that supposed to be like a fantasy or whatever? He heard them say that. And, you know, so I think he's not dead, but this attack really messed him up. I wonder, like, we need to see the results of this, right? Because this is going to tell us exactly where Luffy is compared to God's Knights, how much damage he could potentially do to the other God's Knights like Shamrock and Emu, potentially, right? But it's really going to tell us if this level of attack that Luffy did, is it the high? It's probably just the Haki, right? The lightning included doesn't matter. That's just more destruction force. But the lightning, the black lightning from the Haki, that alone, that one attack, is it enough to just completely destroy Summers, or is it just going to slow him down? Does he have stunted, slowed regeneration after this, right? Or is he completely down for the count? That's what we're going to have to find out after this, because this is, we see him getting destroyed, but is he really going to still be in pieces later? Will he slowly regenerate? That's the biggest question, okay? Out of this scene, that's the biggest question. So the thorns come off the kids, and we got Colin telling his mom to look, because they're looking at Luffy, and she is about to cry, because this is the stuff, this is her childhood, this is Elbaf, the dreams, the story that's been getting told down. She's finally seeing Luffy in his all-white form, and they say he looks just like Nika. Now, at first, I thought this was Colin, these speech bubbles that I can't really show you too long, but I thought it was Colin telling her that I finally got to see the form. But obviously, it's her saying this as she passes out. So before she passes out, she passes out with a smile on her face, and she can finally relax. That's the type of feeling and I think vibe this panel was trying to show you. A warrior who's been sitting here fighting this whole time, tooth and nail, trying to protect her kid, talking about not giving up, has finally, and yeah, she was tired and it hurt, so maybe she just passed out, but I think that was to show us how completely relieved she is about the idea that Nika is here now. He's the warrior of liberation. They have nothing to worry about, right? They're not going to be oppressed anymore. So Summer's talking about how Needhog's just for kids. Loki might have destroyed him. I don't know. He just crushed him. It wasn't a Haki attack. So he stomped on him with his hand. And Summers might be dead. He could be dead because he screams. And there wasn't any black lightning in particular coming out of here, but it was a lightning strike that smacked down with where he slammed his hand at. You see white lightning marks coming out of his arm right there, right? And it's probably hard to see with the filter I got on, but so Loki does hit him with regular lightning. He's not hitting him with Haki in particular. So like I said, we don't know what happened to Summers. I would not be surprised if he's still alive, because he has that regeneration. He's immortal basically. And what Luffy and Loki did together right here isn't exactly like a final attack sort of situation, right? So he's just slowed down most likely. But we got Gaban, Chopper, and another giant sitting over here on a rock. And Chopper asks, what is that? The giant says, it must be Loki. I've never seen that before. Okay, and we get the ellipses, right? In both panels, we get the ellipses from Gaban. And what did I tell y'all? Whenever you see these, that often and always pretty much means that the character who has these bubbles are thinking about what's going on right now, or what was previously just stated. They're thinking about something that's relevant to the panel that they're showing the ellipses in. So in this case, he's literally thinking about Loki and his devil fruit, because they're talking about it, and we also see the flashback directly with him talking to Harold. And Harold explains to Gon that it is the devil fruit, mythical dragon type, dragon fruit model Needhog, okay? And in Japanese, the kanji used for the word Needhog was Thunder Dragon. Okay, that's a little bit relevant, not too relevant. We already understand he's a Thunder Dragon, but I guess that just hits home even more what type of dragon he is, right? He's known for thunder, right? It's not just a black dragon. Yeah, he's a black dragon, but this is the Thunder Dragon, right? So the Thunder Dragon, an all-black dragon, a dragon with a black body. It's whoever eats the fruit is supposed to be the largest dragon in the world. That's what the Needhog turns you into. It turns you into the biggest dragon in the world. And I know people lack a lot of reading comprehension. So let me just go out of the way real quick and say, I know a lot of people didn't understand this when Ja Rule gave this explanation. or maybe it's not they didn't understand it, but somehow they had more questions. I don't think you should really have any more questions when something is explained to you and you understand what's been explained. If you have more questions, then there's still something you're unsure of, right? So people ask questions immediately. Oh, so does that mean if a giant ate a devil fruit that turned him into a cow, would he be a giant cow? I mean, most likely. Are you crazy? It's not the devil fruit isn't like human. Oh, it's not called the cow fruit that turns you into a cow. That's the size of humans. It's just a cow fruit, right? And hold on, it's gonna make sense in a second. I know I'm talking about a cow and that shit, it's irrelevant. But listen, I'll bring it full circle here, right? So an example like that, we know practically from other devil fruits, even if it's not a devil fruit that's supposed to turn you into the biggest dragon in the world. If it's an animal, you eat a devil fruit that turns you into a cheetah, man, you're going to be a cheetah. Now, if you're a bigger human than other humans, would you be a bigger cheetah than the skinny little guy who ate the cheetah fruit? Yeah, you'd be a bigger cheetah than him, okay? If I ate a squirrel fruit and I'm taller than you, would I be a human-sized squirrel? No, I'd be a taller squirrel. Would it really matter because we're both squirrels and squirrels are small anyway? No, but I'd be a bigger, a taller squirrel than you. Same thing for this devil fruit, right? That's what he explains. If a human ate it, he's still the biggest dragon in the world. This small dragon would be the biggest dragon in the world, but the potential biggest size it could reach would scale off of the person who eats it, obviously, right? I'm sure the people who know this, you're like, what are you talking about? But trust me, I've seen people who are confused about this, right? Long story short, no, if a giant eats a devil fruit that turns him into like another type of animal, he's probably going to be a giant form of that animal, okay? Just like how Momonosuke as a kid ate the same devil fruit as Kaido, but since he was a kid, his regular body was small, his devil fruit body was small. Grown Momonosuke was basically the same size as Kaido. Now Oda didn't speak in particulars because we saw them, they were the same size. But in actuality, Momonosuke could have been like 2 inches shorter than Kaido because Kaido was a bigger person than him in general. But that part's head fan theory, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? I was just trying to explain that because trust me, I've 100% seen people who asked questions about this. Like, oh, so does that mean that if you're a small person, you won't be the biggest dragon in the world? No, if you're the smallest human, you're still going to be the biggest dragon in the world when you eat this. Okay, I think even a Tontata would become the biggest dragon in the world. Okay, like it doesn't matter. A Tontata, if he ate this fruit, he'd probably still be bigger than Kaido's dragon. Okay, probably. That one might be stretching it. But let me stop talking about this. Digressing too far, talking about a dragon devil fruit, okay? So Shanks asks, like, did nobody ever eat the fruit because it was that strong? Like, did you guys hide it away and protect it because it was just such a powerful fruit? He says no. The fruit was protected by the guardian Ragnir, okay? He goes off to tell us that Ragnir was a hammer wielded by this warrior god of Elbaf. And if you don't know about Norse mythology, in Norse mythology, the god of war, his name is Tyr, Tyr. So his name could potentially be Tyr, we don't know. But I did notice that his beard and facial hair look a lot alike Harold. I call him Harold, but Harold, it looked a lot like Harold's beard, right? He could be related to him as an ancestor directly. And that also made me think, well, why did Ragnir give Loki the devil fruit? Because Ja Rule goes on to explain that the squirrel was the Ratatoskr, like in the Norse legends, and he was friends and partners with this warrior god, and the warrior god fought Nika in the past, right? They used to be rivals. And by the way, Nika looks black right here. Obviously he's black, but like what I'm saying is, in the Japanese stuff, they depict black people. I'm talking about like black people, right? African American people, right? They depict us with those Usopp lips, the Mr. Popo lips. I'm hoping he's not doing this with Nika right here. I'm hoping Nika is not showing Mr. Popo lips, because if you're gonna make Nika black, make him look cool. Don't give us some Mr. Popo stereotypical bullshit depiction of Nika if you're gonna make Nika a black man. That's all I'm saying. Like, Blackbeard and Usopp, they got those lips, but Blackbeard looks cool sometimes. Usopp, he looks stupid. You can't give every black man these lips and expect us to think that, okay, Oda, thumbs up. No. You got to stop doing that shit at some point. But anyway, that's another digression. So my point in talking about this is, one, they say this is the legend of Elbaf. I think this guy got his godly title of being known as a god of war because he's able to stand toe to toe with a figure that is already seen as a god. So he became a god in his own right. If you're fighting a god, right? He's the warrior god. He's able to fight the sun god Nika, right? And by the way, this is Nika. A lot of people think it's Joy Boy, but no. You got to remember, there's three of them: Nika, Joy Boy, and Luffy, in that order, okay? Nika was the first one. Yeah, Luffy and Joy Boy are often symbolized, referred to, or even looked at as sun gods, or, you know, similar to the sun god. That's because the sun god is Nika. He's the first one. He's the one that's directly tied into the Elbaf myth and legend, okay? Who Loki also said he was. He said he was Nika. And also, no, let me finish my first point, right? So my first point was, because now I'm going all over the place. My first point was, this god of war, he could be related to Loki in Harold. But my biggest takeaway from this is, what is it about Loki that made the Ratatasker give him the hammer and let him eat the devil fruit? Because we found out that this man used to be the giant dragon that locked horns and used to fight Nika. So I'm thinking maybe it's not just because he's his descendant. I think Loki probably earned the devil fruit because he didn't want it. The Ratatasker gave him this amazing power. He let him wield it because he simply didn't even want to wield it. He didn't want anything to do with it. And I think from that perspective, that's the best type of person to give this amazing power that can destroy the world. The person who low key, no pun intended, the person who low key doesn't even want to really do that. And yeah, he said he wants to destroy the world, but now he's not about to like actually destroy Elbaf and then go blow up the next island and then go blow up the next island, right? And I think Ratatasker recognizes that within this person, so he gave him this power because he knows he won't just use it and fight meaninglessly. Same way in that situation, he didn't want to kill his father. He didn't want that power, right? I think that's the judgment Ratatasker used to give him the hammer and the fruit. Okay, then the other thing I just thought about with mentioning this is the fact that this man, like, okay, first of all, the squirrel is friends with him, right? And they say this is a legend. Now, the legend, it could have truths in it, it could have lies in it, but I think we're gonna really find out, because the squirrel can talk. We're gonna find out from the squirrel firsthand how true this was. And then even him with Luffy, in this panel, the squirrel looks angry at Nika, but the squirrel is kind of friends and he's chilling with Luffy and Loki right now. So I'm wondering, is this always going to stay the case? Are we going to have a scene where the squirrel kind of looks at Luffy and says, "You look like Nika, I don't like you"? Or is he, is he going to call back to the old days or something like that? Is he going to say something? "Oh, you look just like him and you laugh like him too"? Then he might say anything. He can give us anything that connects Luffy to Nika or gives us more details about Nika in general, okay? So I feel like there was something else I forgot to mention about this, but I'll put it in the comments if I don't remember. But anyway, so yeah, Loki was chosen by Ragnar, okay? And he is going through destroying all the sleep tids like they asked about him. And we're getting to the end of the chapter here, so he's destroying all the sleep tids with like one hit, and I'm assuming they can't regenerate anymore. I know that the Needhog sleep tid might not be seen as a nightmare monster for the kids anymore because Loki saved them as Needhog, so they might have different impressions subconsciously about Needhog, right? They might not see him as a scary. He might still be scary, but it's not a nightmare for them anymore in that sense, right? And Nika too. Nika, they're seeing Nika save them. There's not going to be an evil Nika depiction to pull from their brains anymore because they see Nika as this white hero that the legends spoke of. And even all the other people of Elbaf that probably doubted Nika was, a good person, they might lean more toward that since they're seeing a modern day incarnation of Nika doing things like this, right? And if he's just like Nika, they probably would assume like he's like Nika all the way. So even his actions are what Nika would do, right? Maybe. Who knows? But he hits them with Thunderheim. And it's a big blast of thunder, Conqueror's Haki, all of that spread out inside of this attack. And I think the Conqueror's Haki being involved this attack kind of lets us know that Sleep Tids might be dead, actually. So we get to the end of the chapter, where like I said, and it's Emu looking at all of this destruction. And Emu has one thing to say, and that is, from the throne room, noticing that Loki is Needhog, or Needhog in general is here on Elbaf. Emu says, so Needhog, you've been on Elbaf this whole time. That's where you've been, right? So that's another question. Why is Emu looking for Needhog in the first place? Is it in reference to the mural, the Harley mural that we saw? I think that's what everybody's saying. They think that Needhog was the giant serpent or the giant dragon on the mural, and that might be true. It might be true. I'm not going to sit here and act like I think completely otherwise. It might line up, but we're still going to have to figure out who the other important figures are in that mural. I don't have the picture right now, but I was saying before, I think every important or legendary figure in that mural, maybe they're all devil fruit related, because Nika, for example, his body was blackened and silhouetted out the same way we've seen him in this chapter, a blackened, silhouetted out body. Now, chances are people from that time probably they could have just looked like that, right? They could have just all had dark, blackened skin, blackened, dark bodies. Like they have no full form or shape yet. They're just silhouettes of a man, right? Nika had a black, shadowy body, both in this chapter and the mural that we first saw. And on the mural, the big dragon also was black, and the big serpent was also black. And the two depictions of what we could see or think would be Emu were all black, silhouetted people, right? Now I'm thinking that each person who was important, this is like a highlight, even though it's dark black, right? This is like Oda's way of highlighting these people, standout figures in that mural, who are the most relevant and important, who are people who are repeating in history. Like Nika, we know him for a fact, has been repeated 3 times, Joy Boy and Luffy and Nika himself, right? So I think the silhouettes that we've seen in that mural might be relevant to, like, they might all be devil fruits that exist now. And if that's the case, then we still need to see this world serpent, this giant snake-like creature that might be the red line, that looked like it had buildings on it or inside of it on the mural, and it was like a giant creature fighting the dragon with, like, they were locked in a laser blast or a fire blast with their mouths, right? They were shooting fire streams or blasts at each other. They were locked in a death match on the first world page of the mural. So yeah, long story short, I think a serpent is going to be possibly a legendary devil fruit, just like Loki is right now. Okay, maybe Emu wanted Needhog so he can use the devil fruit power and give it to one of his God's Knights. We still don't know what these God's Knights abilities are. They might not be devil fruits. Luffy tried to throw them in the water. It didn't seem like it worked, but their powers might be connected to devil fruits entirely. Maybe Emu is creating new creatures. It's not even linked to devil fruits. Maybe he's summoning these demons from hell or the demon realm, and he's putting them inside of his God's Knights. We don't know. Now I'm going off and speculating about some other shit, so I think that's where to end the video. But like I said, this was a good chapter. We need to see what type of damage Summers takes from Luffy's attack. Sanji burning the thorns. He didn't use any haki, so it was really just fire. You know, we don't know how hot the fire was, but does that really matter? Fire is fire at some point. It doesn't matter how hot that shit is unless somebody's fire resistant, right? Luffy, we're getting to see more of his Nika attacks again. I need to see him encounter Emu. Finally, Emu's seen him. He sees him on Loki's back. He just cares about Loki more right now. I think Emu, like, if we get a flashback from Emu's perspective about Needhog, that would be crazy, okay? Because Emu, obviously, this is another thing. Let me mention this. Emu is possessing Gonko directly. He's seeing what Gonko sees. We already knew this, too. But Emu didn't see what the Dome Reverse recipients seen. He didn't see what they saw. So he didn't see what Harold saw. That's why he didn't know that Loki killed him. He didn't know that Needhog already existed. He didn't see what Zebek saw through his own perspective. That's why he didn't see Kuma teleporting people away and saving people on the island. He thought everybody died. That's why he didn't see, like, probably, I don't think he saw Roger and Garp team up against him. Okay, and that also probably will mean that when he was, well, maybe not this case, right? Because I almost forgot that he possessed Saturn in a different fashion. He almost materialized and like what's the word? He conjured his own body on the spot. Like he made himself a body through Saturn's like energy, and he was able to be there, and he directly Domi reversate rocks right there. So that Emu was able to see stuff. I think that was him. That was like another him, a duplicate body sort of situation. So God's Knights act as duplicate bodies when they have the deeper mark on them. Harold was a God's Knight, but Emu wasn't able to perceive through Harold. So there's some sort of difference here. It's like the deeper mark, the deeper you are connected to Emu, you are Emu. So the deeper the connection to Mu, you are Mu. It's almost like Emu has become Gonko, or Gonko has become Emu. I don't know which way you would look at that, but I think that sort of dynamic is what's going on. Emu's become Gonko. Gonko's become Mu. So that's like Emu's, that's like another body for Emu. One of his many vessels. He has many vessels. He can exert his will through these vessels. He's using these people as puppets. He can discard them when he wants, and when they get destroyed, the blowback hurts him. I think he's 100% sharing a part of his soul with these people to connect them all and give him even greater strength through having multiple different vessels. Like he could probably exude all of this strength on his own. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe his strength is multiplied because he has parts of him and other people, and even having just a small part of Mu inside of you. No, Diddy. Even having a small part of Mu inside of you would mean you've been granted great power. So you get multiplied times 10, times 20 from just having a fraction of Emu's soul, or AKA Haki, soul, spirit, all the same shit, right? I've said it before, like Gabon, or Rayleigh even told Luffy that all living creatures have Haki. That doesn't mean they know how to use it, but it's there. You can't live without Haki in you. That's your life force. It's tied to your life force. So yeah, I guess I'm done here, man. I said a lot. I think I said all I need to say. Hopefully this video does not get copyrighted. Okay, I recorded it different. If I do get copyright strike again, it might happen tomorrow because they got me like 5 days apart. The last copyright, the first one was like 5 days ago. The second one was yesterday. Okay, like that's crazy. The second one was yesterday, so they got me copyright strike. I got 2 copyright strikes in 1 week for videos that were 4 weeks old, or like 2 weeks old. Think about that. One of them was 2 weeks or 6 days, maybe 7 days. The other one was actually like 3 weeks. Just think about that. I got 2 copyright strikes back to back for an old video, and I've been recording like this the whole time, or like I was. But now I'm gonna do every video like this. Hopefully I don't get copyright. I zoomed in really far, so I didn't show any full panels for a fact, but that might not be enough. Anyway, I'm just talking now. Do what you gotta do, hit the button, or don't. I'm out. I got you guys with the not Gachi Akuta. I got you guys with the Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo video. I got a Boruto video coming out because I have to redo one of them because of copyright, right? So, hey man, just stay tuned. I got you. Follow my second channel, okay? I'll post it. I'll try to post it at the end of this video. Follow my second channel. If you like watching my fucking videos, I need you over on the second channel. I'll make a video talking about that too, so I can reach everybody who subscribed. But like I said, I am out. See you around.